done it. We're in the van. It is July 26th. Last night we were up until 1 getting stuff together, fixing things, getting home with everything.
20 days off the schedule.
Yeah. This morning was also like 5 hours of prepping and getting everything ready, but we're on the road. Everything's good. We have everything. We are heading to get Cove's paperwork so that she can head into France with us, and then we're gonna drive like an hour or so, get to a campground in Calais. We have 2 nights there, and we're just gonna kind of settle down, do some work, and then on to the next place. I don't exactly know where we're staying after that yet, but that's how life on the road is. No plans. How do you feel driving with this giant beast?
Yeah, actually, I don't like these trucks on the roads, but we'll survive.
We also have a tank of water in all of our stuff in here, so it's a bit heavier. Does it feel heavier?
It does feel heavier, but it's driving pretty well on the motorway. It feels nicer driving it on this than it does around the streets.
It's good.
It's pretty smooth.
Annoyingly, it's obviously in the UK, the seat's different on the opposite side of the US, and you're on the opposite side of the road in the US, but it works because you're on the opposite seat, so it feels kind of more normal. But then when we get to France and the rest of Europe, I think all of Europe, it's back to the right side of the road according to the US, but then our seat is still going to be opposite, so it's going to feel weird. I don't know. I haven't driven this yet, and my first time driving it is going to be in that situation probably. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna go get Cove's paperwork.
Hey buddy, first time.
We've made it to where we're getting Cove's paperwork. It was super easy. You just pay online, show up, they check her paperwork, scan her microchip, give you the paperwork, and you're good to head to France. And this is, I think we're like 45 minutes or something from Dover, which is where our ferry is. So we're just waiting for our turn now. All right, we have her paperwork. That is not Cove. That is another dog making that sound, if you can hear that. We have her paperwork, and now Josh is just running back in because south of France apparently has sand flies. Which can cause issues for dogs. So we had to get a special collar, and now we just have to go confirm at what point in France we have to put that collar on her, because it can irritate a dog and we don't want to risk putting it on her for any longer than we have to. So Josh is just going back to confirm that. And then we're off. We're heading to Dover. And then we're getting on the ferry, and that's going to be a process with going through the dog paperwork at the ferry. But then when we're through, we'll go up to the pet lounge. We're in line for the ferry now. I think we have like an hour before they let us on, so we're just sitting here. Josh just got the water turned on, and we both washed our hands in the sink for the first time, and it worked. Cove had some food, and now she's freaking out because we're surrounded by cars, and the people behind us have a dog, and she really wants to go be friends with it, but we're not letting her loose on this platform. We've made it into the pet lounge. I'm trying to get over the fact that it smells like dogs, and it's making me a bit nauseous. About to take off. Take off? What do you call it when a boat goes? Set sail.
Set sail.
This is 2 hours?
An hour and a half.
An hour and a half, and then we get to Calais, we find food, and we find our pet set. to France. Wow, that's a zoom. We've almost made it to France. We've made it to Calais, France, which is just on the other side of taking the ferry over from Dover. We're gonna camp here for 2 nights, just to kind of get settled, get some work done. I think it's gonna be cold tomorrow, which is great. We both want it to be gray and gross while we're sitting inside working. And then from here, we'll kind of go somewhere a bit more exciting. I don't really know that there's much to see around here, but we'll find out. We made it to our campsite. The reception's closed, so we have to try and figure out a way in. This is our 3rd time around the campsite trying to find where our spot is based on this map. No.
Sure?
No. Yeah, I am sure. Okay. 4th time around.
58.
Fourth time's a charm. I got out and walked in, so we found it. Here's our camp spot for tonight. Our very first one ever. Well, in this. Cove's already exploring.
Check the boundaries, Cove.
We got vegetarian pizza for dinner.
Dame blanc.
Dame Blanche. Without any kind of French accent on that is the Dame Blanche. Dame Blanche.
Dame blanc.
It's 2 scoops of vanilla with hot chocolate syrup and whipped cream and a cookie, which I'm gonna try. I have to find a non-chocolate bit. It's our first day, official day in France, and the first official day of our travels. Wow, I slept great. It is 11 a.m. We're gonna go find groceries, I think, because the fridge is working, and coffee because I need coffee. And then I have 4 commissions to finish today, so we're gonna come back here and work. Josh is also gonna work. Just hang out at the campground, and we're staying again tonight, so we don't really have to worry about packing things up.
Okay, oui. No problem. Sounds good. Invited for a whiskey.
Invited for a whiskey at 11:30 a.m. We're supposed to go up for in an hour. We don't speak French, but we'll take free alcohol. We're walking to the nearest town, which is like 1.5 miles each way, to find some coffee and tea and explore a bit before we go back and work. We're supposed to be meeting our French neighbor for alcohol right now, but whiskey. But they weren't outside, so we just walked right by, and hopefully they forgot that they invited us because we both have so much work to do today. Somehow we can't find it. There's one coffee shop. Everything seems closed. I think that the entire town is closed, but it's a Saturday. This was supposed to be it, but it's closed, and all the patisseries that we walked past are also closed. So we've explored the town a little bit, but everything's closed. So we're gonna walk back a slightly different way just to see a bit more, and then hopefully the cafe at the campground has coffee. The pizza there was really nice last night, so I have faith that they'll do us right with coffee. Me right. Josh doesn't like coffee. Yeah, we're gonna head back and find coffee at the campground now. The cafe at the campground is also closed. All we have in the van is some warm Coke, a warm Pepsi, warm water, some crisps, and some biscuits. And I have some chocolate buttons. It's nearly 3 p.m. This is our breakfast and lunch. Crisps, biscuits, a warm Coke. Hopefully the cafe opens at some point. This is the Cove right now. We've just decided to stay here one more night to figure stuff out, run to the shops. Our fridge is working. And then we've also booked our next 2 nights after that. So we have the next 3 nights booked, and we move on after tomorrow night. Now walking to dinner. I forgot to film any of that because I was just so hungry. But we had pizza again. Give her a go. Come on. And I ordered a large coffee with milk to go because I was going to try to make it into a latte. This is the hot cup of water Josh got size. This is the large, not small, large coffee, and I've already added the milk that I got. It's so small, and it just came with 2 little containers of milk and a pack of sugar. But I need it because I have to stay up late tonight to work. It's now almost 10 p.m. and it's still so bright out. We're back at our camper. Josh has his tea. I have my very tiny coffee. We're going to do some work, and then we're going to set up the bed and then do some more work. And then we're going to be awake until 2 a.m. doing work. See you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. I am making the bed. It is like 9:30. We had planned to wake up at like 7:30. But it's fine because I went to bed at 3:30 after working on commissions. So I don't mind not waking up at 7:30. Josh is currently at the showers. We haven't braved using our shower yet. I think just because it's so easy to just go use the one here. We haven't tried ours. We literally both bought rubber shoes so that sometimes we could use not our shower. Like 6:15 and it is gorgeous outside. Josh and I are gonna go get a quick glass of wine and then come back and make our first meal in the camper, which is obviously gonna be pasta. Tomorrow we leave this campground for one that's more expensive but probably not as nice. They probably won't have pizza.
This place has been great. I'll move back a bit, or we got enough sun?
I'm gonna move. I need more sun. First meal in the camper van is gonna be pasta, obviously, with a side of burrata and cherry tomatoes. No garlic, so I'm doing salted butter bread. Tonight we're using 4 fromages. I don't know, I just really want some creamy pasta, so we're going for it. Okay, we have bread. I would like the tomatoes to be cooked more, but I don't want to use up that much gas, so we're sticking with this. It's warm, that's good enough. Okay, pasta, burrata, and cherry tomatoes, and bread. I wish I had some Parmesan, but I think it'll be good. Dinner was decent. We're gonna go wash the dishes in the sink that they provide just to not get anything down our sink. And then it's time to get ready for bed and make the bed. And then we leave tomorrow morning for the next campground. I have no idea what that's going to be like, but I'm sure we'll see some things on the way because it's like a 4-hour drive. Good night for now.